humans are notorious for putting other human beings on a pedestal. We've all seen fans sell out the stadium for concerts and wait hours and hours just to see their favorite singer perform, just to have the worst seat in the house, might I add. People will spend hundreds and thousands of dollars trying to look like their favorite celebrity. Like, we've all seen the surgeries these people are getting are totally insane. And then the most embarrassing part is they don't even end up looking like the celebrity they're trying to emulate. And I think I do understand why so many people are so obsessed with these, influencers and celebrities, because when you go online, all you see is the glitz and glam of these people's lives. Being online is like a highlight reel, right? You can easily create your own narrative and make the story that you want to present to society. You pick and choose what the media sees and does not see. So if all the internet sees is you in the right lighting, the best angles, of course people are going to think that you're perfect. But if I'm being honest, some of these people online are starting to look like robots. They have no skin texture, not one hair is out of place, and all of their bodies are to die for, every single one of them. But of course, I feel like most of the time, that's a big fat lie. Like, if we take a look at this picture, all I see is another Instagram baddie posing at Coachella. Her boobs are sitting in the right place, her bikini complements her complexion so well, and of course she has the smallest waist known to mankind. But lo and behold, if we take a look at the picture that hasn't been edited, she looks completely different. Her body looks just so much more natural and well proportioned, and oh my gosh, she has skin texture. So why did she post this photo? Because of course that's what the people want to see. A skinny, thin, perfect, unattainable body. So I was just scrolling on the internet one day and I stumbled across this picture of Trisha Paytas. And Trisha's known for her YouTube videos and she has a really successful podcast. So in this photo, we see Trisha in a blonde braid hairstyle with makeup on. It looks like she's got some type of lighting going on to accentuate her features. But take a look at this real life photo. What in the world? She looks so different. But this second photo is so normal and to be expected. We as humans don't always look camera and Instagram ready. We've all had our bad hair days. We all get bloated. We don't always look snatched and perfect like the internet makes it out to be. And that's not even the only picture where she actually looks so drastically different. She has multiple pictures online of her looking one way. And then when we look at the unedited photo, it's just night and day. And like I said, this isn't abnormal. Like, we've all accidentally opened up our camera on our phone and realized how much of a hot mess we look. And that's okay. It's expected for us to look like that. Honestly, I feel so embarrassed for this girl. Like, how bad at photoshopping do you have to be to have an end result of your legs looking like this? The secondhand embarrassment is so real right now. This photo is a perfect example of how angles can literally change your entire body. In this first photo, her figure is perfectly shaped, she looks really thin, but then I realized the picture she took, the camera was angling at a position where it made her look really good. Because here's the real photo. I think this is probably the worst one. Like, did you just not look at the picture before you posted it? Like, this is just humiliating. I think people don't realize if we as a whole collective would stop photoshopping and just post the real versions of ourselves, we would gain so much more popularity and status just because we're keeping it real and people can relate to us. This is why I love those accounts that show you that social media is fake. There's this Instagram account I believe called Atomic Retouch that shows you what these magazines and photoshoppers will do to these celebrity photos. They take an already gorgeous looking person and photoshop the living daylight out of them until they don't even look human anymore. Humans are not supposed to look like this. We have scars, acne, rosacea, skin texture. Everyone on the planet, no matter where you were born, has some type of skin texture. So the fact that people expect us to believe regular people look like this is just insane. Hailey Bieber is among the dozens of influencers that have put out their own cosmetic or skincare line. She has a skincare line called Rose Skin, and of course, like everyone else in all her advertisement photos, her skin is absolutely flawless. No pore or skin texture in sight. But if we take a look at her YouTube channel where she promotes her skincare line, if you look closely, you'll be able to see that she has a little discoloration. She has a little redness. Her skin isn't perfectly flawless like all her promotional pictures portray her to look like. When we take a look at people like Madison Beer, it's obvious she fits into the conventional modern day beauty standards. She's thin, perfectly tan, long luxurious hair. I mean, the list goes on. Her music videos are beautiful pieces of art that make her appear to literally be crafted by the gods. Like, if we were to just sit there and watch all her music videos, chances are you're not gonna find any imperfection in her face or body. And her Instagram pretty much tells the exact same story. But when we look on Google Images, challenges at paparazzi photos of Madison where she didn't know she was being recorded or had pictures taken of her, it's like, okay, now I see what she really looks like. She does have acne, she has pores, redness, skin texture, and guess what? She still looks absolutely breathtaking. Like, even her real photos are stunning. When I think of photoshopping, my mind automatically goes to that one video that Ariana Grande had on her channel. So if you guys didn't know, Ariana has a beauty line called Rem Beauty, and she made a video talking about how her line just landed in the Ulta stores. But the thing is, a lot of people were making comments about how off she looked in the photo. Like, she looked like the most airbrushed I've ever seen a human being look. It barely looks like she has any depth to her face. I don't know if it was a filter or the lighting, but something just seemed off. And that's not the only video I've noticed that she looked extremely different in. She did a Q&A video on her channel, and guys, this woman looked so perfect. But I do have to admit, it looks like she has maybe some type of filter on the screen, or it just doesn't look natural. And if we take a look at what she looked like a couple years ago versus now, she's obviously had some work done. I think we as a whole need to stop glorifying these apps like Snapchat and TikTok and Instagram. Zara McDermott is an influencer on Instagram with over 1 million followers, and she was most notably known for being a contestant on Love Island. And she talked a lot about how she only ate carrots while being on the show, and her diet was extremely unhealthy, which is really sad and heartbreaking. And because she was so conscious of her weight and how she looked, a lot of her Instagram versus reality pictures are drastically different to the most extreme degree because she felt like the stakes of her looking perfect were so high. On Instagram, she looks extremely small. She has this small figure with all the right shapes and sizes. So on her Instagram, around the time she was on Love Island, her body of course looked super unrealistically small and perfect, but when we look at her promotional pictures or even clips of her on the show, we see that her Instagram photo is not how she really looks. We as humans don't always have our stomachs tucked in and are in perfect lighting 24/7, so of course we're not going to look snatched in our everyday lives. Same with this photo she posted on her Instagram. Then that same day, this photo was posted by someone else, and she looked absolutely stunning in the real photo. She looked like a gorgeous young woman with a beautiful natural shaped body. There is absolutely nothing wrong with how she looks. And guys, there are just tons and tons of photos she has where she's either posing on Instagram and angling her body to look one way, then when the same photo comes out that either someone else takes of her or we see a raw paparazzi photo of her, her body just looks totally different. This is just insane. And this is what thousands of influencers do every day. This is why you simply just cannot trust the internet. If people could just see themselves how the rest of the world sees them, the world would be just such a better place. We constantly try to create these impossible standards for ourselves for literally no reason. Why not embrace our flaws because it simply makes us who we are? I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please give this video a big thumbs up. Please leave comments down below, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye guys.